Mate, this is how we roll.
That's how we do it, mate. Right. I mean, we should be. Love it.
Right. Yeah, we got a little dance from the Demi Meister.
Loving it, mate. Nice little surprise, that.
Okay. We are live.
I can see. Look, this is pretty cool, actually. I can see people's comments.
Huh?
I can see people's comments.
Yep. So we've got a new. Hi, everybody. By the way, we've got a new streaming service. So we've got a couple of smiley faces. Apparently, no sound. You can't hear Bella Ciao. Guys, if you can hear us, please can you just type in yes, we can hear you, just to let us know, please.
We can't hear you guys, it's saying.
There is no sound.
Oh. Oh, so hold on. Somebody said I can hear.
Ah, great. One person, and there's proof. One person can hear. Amazing.
Excellent. I can hear you. Oh, awesome.
Yes.
Yes.
And we have a real person. Mustafa Ab. Thank you for confirming you can hear us. Guys, why are you not logged in like Mustafa? Everybody else is like
YouTube. So we can see you. No, yeah, that's it. Oh, look, we've got some people from YouTube, mate. So you're going to let people know what's going on?
I guess so, yeah. We decided to push the boat out a little bit this week. We thought a quick 5-minute call and we've got everything sorted out. We're streaming professionals. Clearly that's not the case. But now you can tune into us on YouTube live and Facebook. So basically, our marketing geniuses at Traffic Rockets, they're really happy after last week. So we just want to share a little win with you guys. Thank you so much for your comments. It really, really helps develop the show. We do this totally for free, obviously, to share the knowledge of the life of a professional trader, thanks to Mr. Andy Demi. All we ask from you guys is just to comment, just bang in the likes. We need a comment squad. We need to grow this comment squad. So anything you put in, even Andy is a plonker or Gavin is a plonker, whatever.
Yeah, go with Gavin is a plonker, guys. Remember who's giving you the real information tonight.
It's all love for the algorithm, baby. It's all love for the algorithm. So yeah, people can hear us. We have sound.
I won't take it personally, but I will remember you.
So nobody could hear the intro from what we said last week.
Brandy, very good. Do you know what, guys? The Facebook users, I can't see their names, but Brandy there told me that it was Brandy, so that's great.
Yeah, at the moment Sab. Hey Sab.
Sab.
So it doesn't show names, it just says.
Yeah, but on YouTube, someone's excited. I can see there. That's good.
So how do we remove this person who's randomly showing up saying, there we go, that's me. Total professional here.
The algorithm is a plonker. I like that. Good man, whoever that was, or lady, who knows.
The algorithm is a plonker. Love it.
Love it. That's a diplomatic person. He won't throw either of us under the bus. I like it.
And we got a bit of Bella Ciao in the background.
Love it.
Let's just have a 5-second silence for our fallen comrades on Money Heist.
This is the resistance.
There we go. Done and done. Perfect. Should we start the show?
Yeah, I thought we did start the show. This is what we do, isn't it?
Yeah, but this is kind of a little bit,
we're just having a bit of fun.
Bit amateurish. Let's start the show from now.
Okay.
So, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. As you can see, we're using a new streaming software. This is your show, Pips Like a Pro, the show that's been designed to take your trading to the next level, one pip at a time. Yes, nailed it. I've been practicing. Nailed it.
Yeah, lovely.
Nailed it. And now, just drawing attention to the fact that I didn't think I could string a sentence together. Live on Facebook and YouTube now. Pips Like a Pro is going global, baby, and it's all thanks to you guys. Just keep banging in. We need our comment squad to just keep banging in the comments, and we're going to try and interact. So because you guys are interacting more with us, we'll do more interaction with you guys. We want to know how you're doing, Where are you guys watching from? Let us know all around the world where you guys are tuning in, and we'll give you a shout. So, Mr. Demi,
and if they like our new, we've gone to a lot of effort.
Well, you almost cut out then, mate.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, but it's all good. We don't need to worry about that as well. It's all good. So I thought
I thought the show was getting religious like that.
Second.
Yeah. Apparently it's a communist song, that song. Did you know that? Alberto told me.
Alberto is probably
Italian.
one of the whitest men I've met. So if he says it's true, then
It's
quite
a
possibly
communist song, yeah.
Do you know what? Just on that, regardless what side, communism, whatever it is, whatever you're worried, the message is basically people not following a system and actually just empowering themselves. And I don't want to speak on Andy's behalf, but for me, don't try and put your dogma on me. I just want to take off programs and societies and all the matrix stuff that people are trying to tell me that I have to do, and that I have to do this and you have to do this to be this. I'm working it out myself. So I don't stand on any side. That's just me personally. If you are religious, great. I totally respect that. And if it helps you connect to your higher self, then amazing. But there are other ways that I've been exploring. And
Kevin, sorry to interrupt you, but you do realize it's a trading show, yeah? Just making sure that you haven't.
Never mind. It's all good.
Just making sure you haven't tuned into the wrong show.
I did the intro. Do you know what? These comments, it's a nightmare trying to keep up.
We could do religion like a pro next week if you want.
Well, mate, you'd have to put on a different outfit, to be fair. The production is on point. Well done, guys. So we've got people from London, we've got people from Oxford. Andrew Demi, look at this. True words.
True words. He must be talking to me.
No, I don't think so. I had a serious moment then. I was sharing a moment with our viewers, and you kind of just photobombed my moment then.
I did, mate. Yeah. I know you were getting very serious there, and I do apologise for interrupting.
Not serious, but just being real.
No, it's a true message. It's a true message.
Yeah, exactly that. So, guys, how's your week been? What have you been up to? First week in lockdown. How's your first week in lockdown been, Mr. Demi? I haven't. Full disclosure, I haven't been going through a lockdown, so I'm very, very lucky to be on the Gold Coast.
Yes.
In Australia.
Taking pictures. He's taking videos of himself at the beach. That's wrong, mate. That's wrong.
Well, it could have been worse. I could have put my speed.
When the roles are reversed, mate, I will remember that.
But no, seriously, how's first week in lockdown going for everybody?
For me personally, I'm not enjoying it. I've got to be honest. It's although it's not as strict as what it was before. I am completely against all of this stuff, and I don't want to become like you now and be controversial, but I don't believe in any of this stuff. Masks, COVID. I just want to get on with my life, basically. Go to the restaurants I want to go to, go and eat. But yeah, again, I don't want to be controversial since we're live. So
we were just about to blast ourselves up the algorithm, and you have to go and mention the C word, don't you? Let's call it Rona, because then they won't know that we're talking about.
I want to go to the gym. I want to go and eat without none of this nonsense.
Well, basically. But you know what? I think.
But I'm just stuck in my office now, trying to make pips, which is all right.
And hiding from the kids by the sound of it.
Mate, you have to. Apparently, there's a case in my daughter's class now, so that's going to be fun.
Yeah. Again, it's just part of a system that people are trying to push on us, but I think now people are questioning that there's so much energy coming into the world now. Massive changes are coming, guys. That's all I'm going to say without getting too controversial. And just question everything. Question everything that you hear from Andy. Obviously, you question everything that you hear from me. No, I mean that in a serious way, because at the end of the day, your internal guidance system, if trading's what's in front of you to do next in your life, go for it. And like, I really want to touch on what you were saying on that little Facebook post you did yesterday. I loved it, mate. firstly, no sunglasses in November, so that's spot on. Whoever is your fashion advisor is doing you a good service. But on a serious note, what you were saying about Muhammad Ali and his quote, and I hadn't heard that one for a while. I've got my favorite quote, but it's it's just really interesting what you were saying about, and it was good to hear you, mate. My quote that I love from him is even if I was a bin man, I would have been the best bin man in the world. And it goes to the point of mindset, right? And I think that's something we can definitely tap on more during this show, because it goes so much hand in hand with trading. But, you know, at the end of the day, that guy was going to try and do his best. He was going to be the best that he could be, whatever he was doing. It just so happened that he happened to have a really glamorous job as a heavyweight champion of the world. But, you know, he didn't go without his struggles. And I think I was having a chat yesterday with a guy who's coming on to our program. Hi, Doug, if you're watching. And we were kind of talking about similar things, that whoever it is that you admire in business or in life, they've gone through some of the biggest bombs or earthquakes, proverbially speaking, that they could go through. And I used to think that people like Branson or whoever, they were like just naturally blessed and naturally gifted. Or if I didn't know you, I'd think, he's a silver spooner. He's gone to Cambridge when he was 13. He's had everything easy. Not at all, like you've been saying. And that's why we're doing this show, to show the real side. All of these things, like you said yesterday, you can either let it define you or you can use it as a lesson, a massive lesson. And I love that, mate. So I tip my hat. I do it once a show, and already I've tipped the hat. I
like it. I'm happy with once a show. But I'll tell you, I'll make up a quote right now. And based on what you just said, we can make up quotes, right? Habits are contagious. So it doesn't matter what you're doing, but you take into every arena. Like, who you are is who you are. So if you do something really, really well in one area, you are very likely to do it very, very well in another area. It's who you are. The thing I always say, you bring yourself to the market. When you're trading, you bring yourself, who you are, to the market. So if you're somebody who struggles with certain things, that's going to show in your P&L in the markets. That's it. It's as simple as that. So, and I think I did a video a long time ago about this. Like, you could be training yourself in everyday life, like not reacting to things, like not overreacting to negative situations, somebody cutting you up, for example, that kind of stuff. Does that make sense? So for me, it's always like you have to keep developing yourself in your real life. And that is actually training yourself to be the best possible trader, because the technical stuff, you can master it, you can learn it just by being educational, right? By following the education and learning it. But the other stuff is a work in progress for me as well.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of, so, I mean, look, it doesn't surprise me. People that are looking at trading, they're looking to break out of the 9-to-5 mindset. A lot of people saying the same thing. I wish we had your name. Sorry, guys, but I am on the same page.
Maybe you can get them to just type their name out when they type something.
Well, some people, we can see some people. So we've got Sierra. Hopefully I pronounced that right. It's boring because there's no gym and everyone out seems lost. So A, we've got your name. Thank you very much for that. And B, we can give you some love for your comments. So try and work out how you can log in, please, so that we know who we're speaking to, because we want to get to know you guys better. And obviously we'll share more of ourselves.
Oh, yeah, you are right. How is it that we've got some people's names? That's really weird.
Yeah, exactly that. So again, it's new software on our part, but it seems that if you guys are logged in, we should be able to see your names. I'm just going to open this window a bit because it's a bit stuff in here. If it gets too noisy, let me know. And I'll come over here.
Yeah, I'm a little bit hot myself, but it's fine. Yeah, so obviously, go ahead.
Go ahead, mate.
We're going to be, I don't know if people have already asked questions, but obviously we want to take questions and then, run the show.
We've had a request. They want to see our water bottles again. And I don't know who it is because it just says Facebook user. So,
well, I haven't changed my water bottle, but I can if it really matters to people.
I mean,
cheers, mate.
Yeah, cheers. Touche.
Maybe we'll make this an alcoholic. Oh yeah, you don't drink alcohol, do you? No.
Almost. I think it's over 3 years now. And again, we can talk about.
I don't drink much.
Different stuff like that, but I have to say, when I was really ramping up my Amazon business, and I was just like, yeah, I don't need these hangovers anymore, and I just had so much more brain power and time and energy to really be productive. It was amazing. If you're serious about kind of bettering yourself, then it's awesome. But just going back to your point about trading and psychology and bring yourself, that's one of the reasons why I've come back to trading after like 12 years away or whatever it was, and literally starting again from brand new scratch. I know that trading is going to bring up all these different emotions: fear of missing out, fear of not being good enough, fear of, can I do this? Greed, all the things that you've mentioned and people have mentioned before. And I embrace that. I want to find all of those pockets of where that is in me so that I can still release it, So for me, maybe that's a bit weird, but that's the main reason why I've come back to trading, because I know it will stimulate all of these emotions, and then I can apply mindfulness and stillness in my mind to kind of not react to those. That's what I want to put myself in, these uncomfortable situations.
No, it's not weird. That I actually think that every high performer that wants to reach the top or is at the top has that mentality. And I think trading is the best in terms of developing yourself. It's the best challenge to develop yourself, because it brings up emotions on a regular basis. And then I look at it as a challenge, like, how well can I react to a negative situation or even a positive situation?
Yeah.
Because we don't really want to overreact. It's like, if you see, like, sometimes if you do really, really well, above average, let's say, it's very easy to get carried away. And that's something that you do as a beginner, but slowly you learn that actually you need to control that. And, you don't become, I guess, you become unattached to the outcome. But the thing is, Gavin, I just want to bring something up related to that, because people that are maybe listening to this who, really maybe have had enough of working their jobs, not necessarily enjoying what they're doing, and they're looking at trading as a way to get out of those jobs. Maybe they are not looking at things like that. So Andy's saying, oh, be unattached to the outcome. Well, what if I hate my job? What if I got bills to pay and I need extra money? How can you be unattached to the outcome?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying those things because I can imagine, if you're in that position, that's maybe the sort of things that you're thinking about, right? And I guess the best answer to that is, unfortunately, there's just not any shortcuts, unless you happen to win, get a windfall, win the lottery, which is very unlikely. There are no shortcuts to building up your wealth from trading, especially. You're setting up a business. That's what you're doing as a trader. And you have to do the steps. You have to do the process, the mechanics, learning to be mentally strong, and then learning to be organized. And when you piece all of that together, you now have a really good chance to do this for a living. Otherwise, you simply won't succeed at doing that. So, it's easy for me to sit here, but I never always had this, and that's the point we're trying to say, is that I went through that period and I had to accept that it wasn't going to be my living for a long time, which was in that situation when you need money immediately. But the thing for me is that I'd do it again in a heartbeat immediately, but obviously much better, because I now know the lessons, which is what I try and obviously, share with people. Test.
Kieran's got it. Whatever, Kieran, you've done, share with it, please, so everybody else can do it. I'm not cutting you off, mate. I'm just getting
What's people he done?
He's worked out how to get his name in the comments. Well done.
How did he do it?
That's what I've just asked. So I'm just putting up some comments. Great brain training. I thought it said Great Britain training. I was like, what the heck does that mean? But no, thank you guys. We're glad this resonates with you. We think we've got a tribe here in the making, and it's just, we want to share. Let us know how you guys are feeling, because we want to talk more about this stuff, and I think we will. And it's really interesting that you said that. Agree again. I can't believe I'm agreeing so much with you this week. Sorry, guys, if you're brand new to the show, we don't normally agree this much, but I think at the moment we're talking about important things. And it really is important. And again, I was talking to someone yesterday, and you just said something really interesting then. You're not going to get wealthy quickly unless you get a really big windfall. Now, it's been shown time and time again that actually even that doesn't work, because you know the stat, right, about people that have won over £1 million or dollars on the lottery, how quickly they lose that money.
Yeah, I know. I don't know the exact stat, but I know that it's ridiculously high. It's unbelievable. You would think, how would that even happen? But it does happen. Wow, these guys have mastered it.
They are on it.
They're on it.
Hussein Afi.
How are they doing it? It's a miracle.
Thank you, guys. We love it.
Amazing.
Gareth put Kieran for president. I'm not sure that you'd want that job, mate, and I'm not sure that we're going to need one anytime soon. Hopefully, in the new things that are coming ahead. But yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. But mate, what I want to do is I want to use this. And
yeah, Lauren, it's working.
We'd love, by the way, to just interact with you guys and talk, have a conversation with you. Like, obviously, when we first started doing the first couple of shows, we would do some prep and work out what we're going to say to fill the hour. But now the point is that we want to just go with you guys. What's the energy in the group right now? How are you feeling? And we're just going to roll with it. I know I did, and I'll speak for Andy on this one. We loved last week's show because we just were in the moment. We were having fun when we needed to have fun, and being serious when we needed to be serious. And I think that's, thank you for giving us that arena to do that. And we really, really appreciate it. Now, going back to your point, Andy, you said about wealth management, knowing that, people that come into windfalls of money. So even if you really want to be a millionaire trader, or you want to make 10 grand a month, if you're only making 2 grand a month right now, there's a massive jump psychologically, because money is just an energy flow, right? Are you with me on that?
100%. 100%.
So tuning into the market.
But Gavin, do you know what? Can I just interrupt you? Can you just, if you don't mind, since you said the statement, money is just an energy flow, could you explain that to people, what you mean by that? Sorry to put you in the spot. But
yeah, no, I'll try my best. It's just gone 6:30 in the morning, and I'm not the best morning person. However, that was a program, a limiting belief, so I will try, as I have done the past few weeks. Money, we've got so many attachments to what we think money is. So, for example, if you go in and you just write a list, this is a really interesting thing to do, guys, because I've done this process. Write down what money means to you. So for me, it was power. It was control. It means that I didn't have to be controlled. I didn't have to do what people told me. It meant that I could have freedom. So if you break down what money means to you, good and bad, and then release from it, you'll realize that it's just a set of emotions that we've got attached to that. So as Andy was saying before, the interviewer becomes the interviewee. Yeah.
Like that, Gareth. Basically, mate, I just want to have a little break.
Yeah. So, I mean, look, guys, if you know what I'm talking about, please tell me what you think about energy and money. But it's just the energy. It's a flow. Money is an energy. So it gives us things. It's not the be all and end all. It's just a program within this game. Life is a game to me, and it's a game that we come into with no rules, which is crazy. You think you buy a kettle and you get rules how to use the kettle. You buy a toaster, you get rules how to use it. You buy a TV, you get my drift. We come here in this.
Mate, I'm not actually sorry to interrupt you. Something quite funny. I bought a mask.
No more interruption. I don't.
No, one more. This is the only one, because I literally said it to my wife the other day. I bought a new mask, and there was instructions at the back, detailed instructions of how to use this mask. I mean, you put it on your face. It's not that complicated, is it?
Mate, if you're gonna,
it was step by step though. It was great.
If you're gonna interrupt me, you better interrupt me for a bomb, mate. And that was a weak interruption,
mate. I'm sorry, I wasn't planning to say anything too great. Just what came to my head. Sorry, mate. You carry on.
The moment's gone now.
Your energy flow.
We have to build it up again now. But no, that's my that's like a very top level. And obviously, as the weeks go by, we can share different things. How do you interpret your question? So how do you interpret that?
So for me, it's like how you think about money and how you think about what you're doing influences the ultimate result. So it's almost like the action is created by your thoughts. So the energy that's you're creating, your feelings about things. So that's why, like, we get two types of people that normally approach us for guidance and help, right? You get the people that are complete beginners, and then you get the people that have tried for a few years and haven't quite made money. I've got to always easier with beginners, because the guys that have tried for a few years, they've built these scars, and they like mental scars. So they take that energy into what they do, and they're so much harder to coach because you've almost got to undo those beliefs. It's like they remember subconsciously all those things, that the negative experiences, losing money, always, and they take that feeling, which is an energy, into what they're doing now. That's what I'm so whereas if you're kind of a bit naive, a little bit like how when I started, I was very naive about, like, you know, I just listened to everything that they told me that was possible, and I just believed it. And then I approached trading in that way. So I really think you have to change the way you feel about what you're doing, that you want. I don't know if I've answered.
You cut out at the tiny little last bit of that, the last sentence you cut out. Do you want to repeat that? Because I think it was a little bit of nugget of gold in there.
Yeah, I guess you have to change the way you feel about what you're doing to change your results. So, like, you know, you can't be trading desperately. Like, obviously I'm not going to mention names, but it happens a lot, actually. So it's not even a particular case, but you know, you tell people, look, this is the only way. This is the process. You need to learn the mechanics, be confident in the mechanics. So understand how probability works in the markets. So you understand that from an intellectual point of view, build the right mindset so that you can implement it. And then, you know, basically have the resilience to deal with those setbacks that happen. That's really the step-by-step process. Now, sometimes you explain that to people and you say, well, that sounds like a lot of work. You know, can I, and this is serious, this happens a lot, can I just follow some of your signals and make money whilst I'm learning? And see, what's that saying? It's basically saying, look, I'm desperate for money right now. That's what the energy that you're portraying. I'm desperate right now. You're going to take that desperation into your learning. So you're not thinking the right way. That's what, you know, it's really important that you shift that and you don't think like that. You have to think differently.
Amen to that. Amen to that, brother. Oh, we got some comments coming in. Dean Randall, making money is a lot easier if you can be in a position where you can get into a headspace where you don't need it. Desperation leads to bad decision making. So
absolutely.
Yeah, maybe we should talk to Dean instead, because he basically said what you did, but before you. So
he did, he did, and he said it much more succinctly than me as well.
Hey, but you're going to be teaching us, so you've got a hall pass. You're all right, mate. You're all right. This was an interesting one. Thank you, Holly, for this one. You can use your time to make money, but you can't use the money to make more time.
Very good point.
Is true, because we've only got 24 hours in a day. However, if you've got more of the energy of money, then you can have more time within that 24 hours. That's the only caveat I would add to that. But other than that, yeah, completely agree with that one. This is really interesting, actually. the law of attraction goes into it deeply. Now, I remember I was at a Tony Robbins UPW event when The Secret
Who's
first
done
came.
UPW out of interest?
Yeah, let us know. Who knows what cool moss means? If you know what cool moss means, put cool moss into the comments, please. But yeah.
So you get one person basically that's going to say that.
Yeah,
you're not very good at this, mate.
Do you know what? You got me there. I'm blushing. I can't be serious and jokey at the same time, mate. So this is a serious moment right now for people. You know, we're being squeezed. Economies are being shut down for the Rona, which is, look, if you've lost anyone to the Rona, we're not diminishing that. Apologies and condolences go out there, but statistically, compared to flus and other things, it's nuts. And I'm not going to go into it too much, but we're being squeezed right now. Small businesses are being squeezed. Someone said to me, or someone said in the comments, it's great to see two people at the end of the road. I'm going to, full disclosure, guys, I built a 7-figure business on Amazon. That's gone. That's gone. During the Rona, that's gone. And that's one of the reasons why I came back to trading. I was looking at doing different things. And do I go back to Amazon? Do I start products again? Do I become a business consultant? Do I go back to some other skills that I've got? And I thought, no, I'm just going to stalk a trader and go from there. But we can talk about that another time. But just, yeah, what I have is the belief I've built a 7-figure business from scratch. I'm not the finished product, and I'm not a success. I'm not a failure. I'm just me working my way through this game. And I just want to put that out there for everybody. I'm not special. Yeah, people are like, oh, you've put some really good trade analysis. That's just hard work, guys. And yes, I'm lucky to have access to information, but it's hard work and belief and going over my limiting beliefs. So yeah, I like this comment from Ewan. Gavin should buy Andy a West Ham coat for next week's chat. Now we're getting to the truth of life. Now we're getting to the truth of life.
I forgot you're both West Ham fans. Yeah, that's not going to happen, mate. Never.
Boom.
I'm sorry.
Yes, we are squeezed. And on one note, another thing that you just said, which was really interesting, and it's so true. It's like anything. If you're a guy and a girl is so desperate to meet you or to date you, you just don't. You can feel that energy. And obviously, girls, you know what it's like because you have to put up with it multiple times in a day. We get it once a week if we're lucky. Dating, that is.
Why do you think Tinder became so popular, mate?
Well, no, but even that is the point. The point is the energy behind it. If you're desperate, if you're a girl and the guy is so desperate to meet you, it just repulses you, and you don't know what it is, even if they're good looking or they're your type. And you're like, I just don't feel it, and it's just that energy. And it's the same as Andy said. If you take that desperation to the markets or to anything, to a job application or a job interview, whatever it is,
you can feel it.
It's just gonna. You're not a freak. You're not an energetic match for it. Is the point that we're trying to say? And this is going back to my point. You know, I watched The Secret when it first came out, The Law of Attraction, and I fell in love with it. I cried when I watched it for the first time. Like I got it on a ripped DVD at the Tony Robbins event before it kind of properly came out, and I was like, this is amazing. And I'm going to put all of this, I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to be this and I'm going to be that. And it was an absolute disaster. And I've only learned now from actually applying that for over like 10 years and mindset stuff, that they're actually telling us to be in the frequency of desperation. Because if you're constantly holding, I want to be a millionaire, I want to be a millionaire, you're saying, I don't have, I'm in lack. And it's like Andy said, releasing from that. Yeah, have the intention, create your why. I want to have more time with my family. I want to travel the world, whatever it may be. Then release from it, because then you're able to work out how to become into an energetic match for it. And I think that's a huge, huge distinction, which people are now starting to realize. So it was, your name didn't come up in the comments for that, but I just wanted to share that little nugget with you. Whoever it was that put about the law of attraction, just start looking into the subtle differences. They gave us about 95% of it, and they withheld deliberately 5% of it to put us on a wild goose chase. So just look into that. and you'll find that things might happen a bit quicker. So yeah, were you going to say something, mate?
I was, but it's gone now because I didn't want to interrupt you again, and you tell me off. It's left my mind.
Just read that, mate. Just read that. That's all you need to do.
There you go. Excellent.
But
no,
yeah,
no, you make it. No, what you're saying is spot on.
Yeah, go on, mate. I'm going to drink.
No, you go. Yeah, no, what you're saying is spot on, mate.
So here's the thing, right? Because look, it's been the worst year in human history with regards to money. Businesses are closing down left, right, and center. People are making 0.5% in a bank. What are you getting in an ISA these days? 3%? 5%?
I don't even look at a cash ISA. It's just literally a waste of time to leave your money in an ISA. So
credit where credit's due, mate. You are smashing it. This month, you've made more, and you've proven this. You've shown it with your posts in the group, the FX Traders Club, which if you're not in that group, I don't know how you're watching this. But
yeah, so that you need to tell the YouTube guys. I don't think there's too many YouTube guys.
Yeah, if there is anybody on that YouTube channel, go to the FX Traders Club and you'll see what we're talking about. Andy posts his trades, his trade ideas, and then he posts what he's banked. And he also shows some losses. We're not saying that, but the point is, here's the thing. You've made more this month than some people make in a year. So whatever you've got to talk about finances, I've built a business and I'm going through the process of rebuilding again this business. I'm here to listen as much as everyone else, mate. So what I want to say is, with all of this information, there's two questions. The first one is, how did you tune in to the energy to be able to handle the energy of 40 grand months, to be able to trade with £500,000 accounts, to be able to trade with, when you were working at the hedge funds, over $2.5 million trading accounts? Tell us how, because I know you don't realize sometimes what you're doing. And this is why it's great us working as a team, and I can help to bring that out of you, because just explain to us how you've gone to be able to handle that energetic match with money and the vibration of it.
Yeah, I'd love to be honest, because it's something that I'm really passionate about, to this day, and I always will. I think that the first thing is that you have to have, I think I mentioned in the video that I did, you have to have a mission, you have to have a why. Sometimes when I speak to people, and I ask them, why do you want to trade? And I want to make a bit of extra money. Okay, go sell some stuff on eBay, make some extra money. Why not? You could do that today. Go to your house, go in your house, find some stuff you don't need, sell it. You've made a bit of extra money. Does that change anything? Not really. So why do you want to trade? What's your reason? Because when you're challenged, if you don't have that big reason, you'll give up. It's not important. It's enough to you. So I want to make a bit of extra money. It doesn't excite anybody. How much? What for? What's it going to buy you? Time, whatever it is. So that's the for yourself, your why. Then you work backwards and you say, right, how do I accomplish that? How am I going to accomplish that? What kind of person do I need to be every day? And every moment matters, not just every day, every moment matters. So that's when I speak about trying to deal with life things, I see it as a challenge. And sometimes I will react wrongly. I'm very transparent. I can get angry, I can get emotional, I can get all of those things. Okay, so we're not saying we're robots, but I work on that all the time, and I see it as like a game. I treat it like a game in my head, like not to react to stuff. That's important. But going direct to your question, what do? I immerse myself in things that serve me. So that might be audiobooks, reading, inspire me. Anthony Robbins, for example, all the law of attraction stuff. I forgot, it's left my head. The guy that was in The Shift, he's big. Do you know The Shift? I forgot anyway, like I listen to pretty much anything that's going to inspire me. Like, and I listen to loads of motivational stuff, but I make it a daily habit almost always to immerse myself with stuff that's going to serve me. And then, you know, I make sure that I do all the things that people say you should do to feel the best you can possibly be. So I generally try and eat well, exercise, meditate. So if I am being as strong as I can possibly be, I'm going to make much better decisions. So whether that was trading or whether that was an Amazon business or whatever, I'm going to be in a much better place to handle all of the things that I have to handle. It just so happens that I master trading and I love trading and I'm pretty good at it. So, and I enjoy doing it. So it's like, for me, it's like solving the puzzle. So that's, for me, is the vehicle that allows me to build wealth. But without all the rest, I could have all these great skills, but I wouldn't make any money from them. That's the way it is. And that's it. So you can learn all the skills, but if I don't do all the rest, I firmly believe that I wouldn't make any money from them. So, you know, because it's a mentality, it's an energy, it's a, you know, if you're trading with fear, it's because you're not doing all the other stuff. You're not building your mental muscles up to prepare you for that. You can prepare for fear. You can prepare for all of those things before you even open up your account. So, you know, I guess taking every moment seriously and mentally preparing for every situation so that I can be the best I possibly can. And to some extent, I mean, I don't prepare for this show, but I definitely take it seriously. Like I think about it. It's not like I just jump on and I think, oh, I want to make sure that I'm mentally prepared for what people, so I can deliver for people to give them something. So I do go through a process before I jump on this call, if I'm being transparent. So
do you want to reveal the process or maybe keep that for another?
It's nothing major, but like, you know, like I want to feel fresh, you know, I'll jump in the shower, put some nice calming music on, think just nice, calmly, and then I jump on and then I'm just me, but like, I guess like almost like a mini meditation in a way, just by myself, away from the kids. Like on Thursday nights now, it's an agreement. My wife puts the kids to sleep, so I don't have to deal with craziness in my house running around. So that shows my dedication to these guys, because honestly, that's not an easy thing to do. You know, it's hard putting two of them to sleep. That's harder than trading, mate. They are tough little monkeys.
And now I hear everything that you said there, but talk us through like some of the jumps that you've done on your trading journey, like when you from 10 grand to a 50 grand account or 50 grand to 100 grand. Talk us through some of what you've actually done. Where was the point where you were kind of like, oh, crikey, I need to actually really kind of, this one's got me at a sticking point. Was there an amount that kind of, where you really had to do something? Because I think there'll be something in there for us as well, because all of us are aspiring to trade bigger accounts, right? And obviously someone's asked me in the questions, why did I leave trading? And I'll give you time to think of that question, because I know I've put you on the spot there. So I'll just answer that question that someone's put in the comments. For me, being totally transparent, I had a number of limiting beliefs. And I just didn't think that I was enough, if I'm being completely honest. Old programs from childhood, and it's only now in reflection that I've done like inner child work and stuff like that, and really embraced the good and the bad that's in all of us. Was I able to come back to this? And also because I only had a few grand in my account to start off with, and I got to a point where I was making like 5% a month, maybe sometimes 7% a month. But it was just so uninspiring for me, because I had dreams and goals. I wanted to travel the world. And it just wasn't what was in front of me. And this is what I said. This is what I'm saying to you guys. This is an example of this. If it's not in front of you, if you're just here just to make money and you're forcing yourself to do trading, then maybe look at some other things. that you can do alongside it. Do something that's in front of you. This now for me is what's in front of me. Before I was trying to force myself to do this, and I didn't have the right belief system. I wasn't ready to handle the larger sums of money, and I've had to earn the right to do that. So if I'm answering your question honestly, it was limiting beliefs, which I think I've released from a lot of them, but also as well, it was that I had such a small account, it wasn't making a difference. Now, if I could tell you the difference now from like 10 years ago, there was no opportunities really to get funding. Now, if you can get consistent at this, guys, if you can learn a new skill and you can show people that you can do this, you can get funding and you can split the profits. And it's completely changed the game. So I'm so excited for you. If you are here now and it's in front of you to do this now, guys, the world literally is your oyster with regards to money. Money's not going to make everything perfect, but you've got so many more opportunities if you can work out a professional trade plan and become consistent. So that's just answering that question that someone asked. So hopefully that answers your question. Did I give you enough time to think of your answer to the question I've given you, Mel?
Yeah, but I want to say something else. So somebody who, I don't know who said it before, about somebody very smart, I don't know who said it, about trying to get yourself to not be desperate. Who said that? I can't find, I don't know, you can have a look for it, but we posted it. Yeah, this one. So like
Dean, he has a name.
Oh yeah, he does have a name. Excellent. Fantastic. He's not just no, and this is really, really important, and very, for most people right now, this is the most important thing. Like, how do you do that? You know, what I normally say to people is, you know, keep doing what you're doing so that you are not desperate for money. So keep doing your job if you have a job, and, you know, make the most of it. Like, try and enjoy your job as much as possible, because that's an energy as well. Like, if you keep complaining about your job and you keep complaining about your life, that's going to come into your trading. So you're then bringing that energy into your trading. So just do your best to enjoy what you do, be present and grateful for what you're doing, because at the end of the day, you're much better to have that job than to be like others who don't have a job, who've got no income, relying on the government giving them pennies basically to grateful. And then you can bring that energy into your trading so that you can then develop the process of becoming a winning trader, even on $1,000 or $2,000. So if I was coaching you back then, Gavin, I would have said to you, listen, don't worry about the money right now. Just master the process. Because when I got into it, there wasn't really any money either. But I was just thinking that way. I was like, I need to master the process, and then I can scale this up. And that's all I was thinking. So I had that in my head always. I hope everybody understands what I mean by that. But essentially focus on the step-by-step of how you can turn, you know, how you can make a percentage return. And then when you do have more money, you can just literally scale it. You don't have to do anything different. You just be trading with more zeros and making more money. And I kind of knew it from a young age. I thought about this, and why I got into it was that you can scale your wealth without increasing your hours. You just got to be somebody who handles pressure better. That's all. So you just grow as a person, and you could say, well, $5,000 used to be a lot of money to me, and 10 grand used to be a lot of money to me, and 100 grand used to be a lot of money to me. But it's just a process. It just becomes normal. That's all. You normalize. I think that's the best word, normalize. You normalize different levels. That's the best way to look at it. So you normalize different levels. Like when you're a kid, as an 18-year-old, you're just happy to get 10 quid, right? And then as you grow, it just, the new normal becomes just what you do. So for me, that's why there's not one specific thing, but I could probably tell you this most significant jump for me probably was when we were, what are you doing?
I'm just playing around, sorry.
No, that's fine, mate. Probably when I went to a 6-figure account, that was the biggest jump for me, because I really felt that was a lot of money at that time. I really, like, going to 10K, I did feel like it was a lot of money, but I still was like practicing, let's say. But when you go to like a 100K account, that felt like a really big deal to me. It felt real, exciting, scary, like this could be it now. This could be what I'm doing forever. Like, that was the feeling. Like, I've got the opportunity, I've got the knowledge, I can do this. And it was like butterflies. Like, I felt like this was it. So probably that was the toughest mental, because it meant a lot. Like, I thought it was significant in terms of, if I can do it on this account, I know I'm going to make it. I know this is real. And I think that's one of the big things, Gavin. People don't know if they ever get. Somebody mentioned the end of the road. By the way, I'll talk about that. There's no end of the road. There's always next levels, and you have to be like that. Otherwise, you're just going backwards.
Yeah.
So, but it's, I guess, like, maybe people don't believe it's ever going to be their time, and you have to believe. You have to keep doing it, and got to keep going, and eventually it will be. And you'll start to just feel it, and you'll start to see it, and you'll just start to sense it. This is happening now. I can feel it. I'm becoming a different. And by the way, just one more. I don't know how to phrase it in a nice, eloquent way, but basically, the person you become, like, as you who you are, you're going to become a much better person.
Say that bit again, mate. It cut out just at the beginning of that.
You're going to, as you grow, your trading account, I think, is a reflection of how you grow as a person. So you are going to become a stronger and better person for becoming a better trader, 100%. You're going to be able to deal with challenges better. You're going to be less angry. You're going to be much more calm dealing with situations, because you're dealing with those on a regular basis. Nobody in this world who's not trading has to deal with that stuff. They deal with it every now and again. As a trader, you deal with it every day, pretty much, most days. So great, I've made money, an emotion. I've lost money, an emotion. Something's happened, an emotion. So it's continuous. So for me, so you should enjoy being stronger, better, all round as I grow as a trader, and your life is improving because you're building a dream lifestyle. So that's kind of the real message for people, is to keep going, keep believing. And the tough people, the people that can overcome those obstacles, will make it, and will make it big. And I'm sure there's a lot of people in this group that will.
Amen. Amen to that, brother. In a non-religious way, amen.
Amen. Amen.
In a non-religious way. Whoever asked that question at the beginning. Look, I want to give enough time for the trade breakdown. We're going to give you guys an hour at least, so we've got another 20 minutes, but I want to make sure we've got enough time for questions for that. Again, mate, I love having this conversation. It's been just like we're having a chat on the phone, and it's been awesome. And I just want to say a couple of things as well with regards to that, is that there is no right or wrong, guys. We've got to stop getting out of this right, wrong, good and bad. It's perfectly perfect as it is. You know, at the end of the day, if that doesn't make sense to you right now, then hopefully it will over time. And I'm not meant to be cryptic on purpose, but it's just really interesting how this process is. Like, for me, even though I had those limiting beliefs, I had to go away and build a business outside of trading to come back to trading. You know, some of the orders that I've placed, like 6-figure orders with manufacturers and things like that, I'm now, and I have to wait 6 months to get that money back out, and I make 20% of that money. It's crazy how trading, the other reason why I've come back to trading is one of the best vehicles. Once you know how to make money, the risk is a lot lower than setting up a physical products business. And if anybody wants me to elaborate on that, maybe I can over the next couple of weeks, but it's a freaking nightmare. You have to have a big roll of cash even if you build a successful business, because do you know what? All your profits go into manufacturing the next bigger order. And then if you get a delay, then if Amazon close down your account, if they come after you because they want to try and take your market share, which is very, any Amazon sellers out there, you'll know what I mean by that. Whereas trading, you make your money, that goes into your account, right?
Yep.
That's it. It goes.
That's it. No, nothing to worry about. No customers. No, you make, and that's what I love about it. To be honest, you're in complete control of your destiny.
Yeah.
And some people will think that's, and I know there'll be people listening think, well, you're not because of this and that. News comes out and it affects me. It's just a limiting belief. You're in complete control. If you're doing this properly, you have rules, you have systems, and you just worry about your own systems, and that accounts for all of the external variables. That's it. So if you know your system makes money, you're in complete control of your financial destiny. That's it.
I think that's a great time to go into our new little section.
Might wanna.
Pips like
oh,
a pro.
look at that! Look at that! Yeah, no, that's a nice little surprise there. Look at him. He's so professional. This guy.
You've been working out in COVID, haven't you?
Of course.
How does that
not.
By Andy Demi.
I love that. Love that, mate.
Mate, I've been playing around with a few little things, and
he's very creative. This guy.
Which one do you prefer, this one or this one?
Yeah, I think that one actually. Well, I don't know what the.
Let us know, guys. Name or no name. Maybe we'll leave the name on for now. I just don't know if that box is perfectly straight, but we'll leave it now. We'll leave it for now. So, Pips like a pro. Trade
press that before the
the week. What's that?
I love it. that this one's definitely been shown. There you go.
Looking trim.
Lovely. And this one as well. Beautiful.
Yes, we do need a jingle. Thank you. If you're offering your service for that, then great. Otherwise, I'm going to have to try and find some time during the next few weeks to work something like that out. But yeah, thank you for that. We will get a jingle. But if there are any jingle makers out there and you want to make us a jingle, if you want to write a jingle song for a pre-show or an after show, we'll use it. We'll give you credit where credit's due. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Good question. Is that Andy Demi pre-lockdown?
Yes.
Have you succumbed to the muffin top as well, like the rest of us? Although I've been hitting the gym again now, so it's
yeah, well, it's all right for you, mate, but we haven't got the option to go gym. Yeah,
mate,
no, I'm desperate to go back to the gym, mate. I'm just resorting to running now and press ups. Doesn't really cut it for me, but what can we do?
That's the one thing where I don't. I'm a little bit envious because after COVID, the Rona, my apologies, I was a bit of a hypocrite then. After the Rona and all that gubbins and malarkey, you guys get to wear jumpers, big thick jumpers, layers. That's the one thing I miss about living in a colder climate is you get to have a bit more fashion and a bit more layers and chunky jumpers after you've put on about 3 stone. Do you know what I mean? Did you freeze?
No, I think we just both paused.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You're thinking
well, I was gonna look at possibly even doing 2 currencies, but it might be a bit much. Maybe want to ask? Should we choose one between the euro dollar and cable? I mean, euro dollar. Some of our students have already kind of seen. Yeah. So I could do cable.
Okay, if you think that there's a good setup, I mean, if you're able to break down like you did last week, and if you're just tuning in, if you're a new viewer, thank you for sorry, I've got to say this. I asked you if you know what I mean, and then there was silence. So we take it you don't know what I mean.
I hardly ever know what you mean, mate. Have you not known? a lot.
So look, guys, if you're just tuning into the show, thank you very much for tuning
Cable
in.
people are saying.
Yeah, last week we broke down the Euro USD, and Andy went through the weekly, the daily, the 4 hour, and the hourly, and he gave all of us an entry and a take profit zone. And literally by lunchtime on the Monday morning, so 3 days afterwards, it had literally gone to the pip, up to the entry point, and gone down to where Andy was saying to get out. So no pressure, Mr. Demi. Hopefully you can get one as accurate for us this week.
I'll try. I mean, the euro dollar actually looks like the best one, but I will do cable. Yeah, let's do cable. So it's more about the process, and I still think it looks good anyway. So let me just give me load this up, and I will just share my screen. Okay, so share screen. Hold on 1 second. Share screen. There we are.
Boom.
So everybody see my screen? There's a few little angry faces there. Just wondering what people.
That's good. We can't be all things to everyone, so a few little angry faces.
No, but I'd like to know what they're angry about out of interest. I think it's definitely at you, mate.
And at life, I'm sure. So maybe it's triggered. What we've said is probably triggered a few people, and you know what? If it triggers you, then it means that you're growing. And I want to get triggered on a daily basis. So yeah, if it's something I said, let me know. And I can reflect on it. So thank you for sharing your anger.
Well, you can call out their names if you want, but
if I can see their names, I would, mate.
Can't you see them? If you hover over it, you can. Oh, there's another angry one there.
Oh well, and we've also got lots of thumbs. So if people want to balance out the angry faces with the thumbs, then feel free to do that. So,
Ewan, can you tell us what you're angry about, and Lorian? I'm just actually very curious, that's all. Her triggered. Oh, yeah, it's increasing. What's going on? Maybe I'm angering people.
Mate, it's all good. It's all good if we're speaking our truths and being authentic. If that's the case, then
okay.
Sorry,
no, that's a normal one. You're saying anger us being in Essex and not on the guide. That's fine. We can live with that.
It's all good. It's all good. People are as they are.
So, okay, we're clearing our names, mate. It's fine.
Right. Either way, it is what it is. So
and Joanna is giving us a thumbs up.
So let's crack on with cable.
Right, let's crack on with cable. Okay. So I'll start with the weekly time frame, guys. So I'm just gonna. So again, like as I always do, you want to just have a little look to see what it's doing in general. You can kind of see that this market has basically been ranging. I'll just bring it up. And by the way, Gavin, if I say something that isn't clear or simple, do feel free to jump in, because I know sometimes I get carried away and I wonder if anybody understands what I'm saying. So this bit here, basically, guys, the market's not trending. It's pretty much going sideways. That's all I'm saying. So it's good to kind of know that, observe that. And so the next kind of thing I want to do is just plot our weekly levels in. And what that does is you can basically see that. So with our sort of indicator, when you see two levels together, it basically is indicating that it's a strong zone. Now, when you see that on a weekly level, it's pretty significant. So you can see here, basically, you can see there's two lines here. So look at the amount of times that the market reacts in this zone, right? Look, I mean, this is a lot of time. So that's why the indicator's picking that up, right? So if everybody can see there, we are basically at that level again, aren't we? Which basically, if you kind of look at what happens, you know, when we are below this level, the market generally, you know, when we're below the level, the market generally pushes down. Now, of course, at some point this can change, but we're just observing what's happening, right? So if everybody can kind of follow the down arrows, you can see that this is quite significant. I mean, the minimum, so the minimum, well, this one's the minimum, but let's say from this range here is from here to here. Approximately, let's call it about 800 pips of downside movement, okay, from high to low, which, you know, which is a significant move. That can take quite a few weeks if it's going to happen. But I guess that the main thing here is the probability is that it's is that cable is going to at some point go down. Okay, so that's really all we need to figure out, and then we can kind of figure out how to actually take advantage and if there's any setup. So this is where we follow our plan. So let me just clean that up. Does that make sense for everybody? I know I can do it a bit faster actually. Just they can just type in a yes, but I'll just carry on. Let's move on to the daily chart. Okay, now this one, if we just kind of, it does look a little bit messier, but the thing here that I just want to highlight with the pen is I've got a couple of things. Firstly, we have levels, okay, and then we have a hidden channel line that is quite reactive. So, you know, as it's approaching, can everybody see you have basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches that are acting as resistance. So 5 touches, okay, that's pretty strong. So you want to sort of look at this line as an area of resistance, okay, so there, or just a spike a little bit higher. And the market is basically, so far, it's come off. And so there is potential that this market could at some point here possibly go down. But of course, it could also go a little bit higher and there could be some resistance here. What I tend to do is I tend to look at these levels, 133.46, 133.85. So we'll just remember those, or I'll come back to them. So now, one of the things that I just want to point out is I will trade what I see. So I will prepare, but then I will trade what I see. I'm not going to get married to an idea. So that's important because things can change. Now, bearing in mind, right now, we're trying to figure out what the next move is for this. I'm going to just plot some Fibonacci here. Okay, let's plot our Fibonacci. Let me find. Gavin, you can interrupt me if there's any address. So that's pretty interesting, right? That's a little bit higher, I think. What is that level? This is a really cool level. Look, you know this, Gavin. I've been teaching you this, but when you have that confluence, ooh, I like that. Look at that. The 200 matching the 1618 at 133.86. Okay. So that, if the market gets up there, that's a good sell zone. Does anyone remember why? 133.86. Shall I show them? Because I don't think we've got time for this, right? Otherwise, it's gonna.
We'll give it a few minutes. Does anybody?
Go on then. Anybody know what was significant on 133.86?
And just whilst we're giving you time to try and work out the answer, see who's paying attention. Guys, if you want to book a strategy call to go through your trading journey, your trading plan, how to manage risk, how to understand a bit more about trading psychology, and how to put in some strategies, and whether this really is in front of you to go to the next level and really kind of try and make a business out of this, then we'll either post a link in the comment section now or just after the show. So yeah, click on the link, and if you're new to all of this and you want to find out a bit more information about your options, then yeah, it's a free strategy call, so feel free to book that. Right, so people have started to put in the answers. So level on the daily.
Yep, that's that's correct. That's correct. Daily level, yeah. So that was one of the options, right? So I know that if we got up there, that's a high probability sell. And you probably just want to make a note of the fact that 46 is a strong level. So, you know, if it does get up there, you could even use that as a short-term target. Okay. So that's one option. 133.86 looks like a sell. That could be the only option. I'm just going to look into it a little bit more. Let me go to the hourly chart. That makes a lot of sense. Let me go to the hourly chart now and have a look at what the fibs are saying on this time frame, because they will tell me a slightly different picture possibly. Okay. So I will do something here again a little bit more. I'm just going to mark down where 133.86 is. It's there. Okay, so that is interesting. Okay. Am I okay to do something? It's a bit advanced for people probably. No, they're not going to be able to follow it. Am I okay to do it, or? Andy,
it's your trade setup of the week, brother. You go as you're in the flow, and we might, guys, we might not have time to unpack it. But if you're okay with Andy giving us a bit more advanced Jedi trading stuff, then just put in Jedi into the comments, just to let us know that we're not going to lose you.
All right, I'll wait for Jedi to come up. No one's listening to you, mate. They're just typing yes. Go ahead. Yes, it's like you haven't said anything, mate.
Well,
there you go. There you go.
There is a delay, mate. Remember that. So yeah, and we spoke about quite a lot of things in today's show. So there we go. We have 5 Jedis. Let's rock.
May the force be with you. Right. Okay. So I'm just going to put in my manual fibs, and it may not become relevant, but I'm just going to. I guess I'm doing what I would normally do. So, ooh, that I like. Yeah. Okay. So possibly this is, yeah, that's a level, isn't it? There. Possibly, considering it's like 923, I can't imagine this is going to carry on rallying. Surely it's going to come off. This could do this. All right, you got the 1618. Look where the 1618 is, guys. If you get this, great for you. For most, it might be a bit too much to understand, but we could do this, which brings us down to here, right? The orange line. And remember, let me ask you, Gavin, you should know this. If this market does this A, B, C, D, and creates a D point at this orange line, at where does this complete?
Mate, I've been looking for the link for the strategy call, so I haven't been paying attention.
I sent you the strategy call.
Oh, I missed that one.
So this is a really simple question. If it goes down to the orange,
Yeah.
So if it goes down to the orange here, what's our target? What color is our target?
Oh, the yellow line, the orange, the 113.46. Coincidence.
So look, it could do this, right? So the current ABCD down would bring us up to this, which then matches perfectly with the same as the 4 hour. So you could have another move up. And I'll tell you one other thing we could do here. I would normally, for those that are on the advanced that understand this, I would use a market angle here, but just for the sake of this, you can also just connect that support there. And then you've got support, matching that D there. And then, so you've got two options here. I would be more inclined to look for a sell here if it went up there. If it doesn't and it breaks the trends, and this indeed is the high, then I'd start to look for some shorts later on. But right now, this is the picture that would look at. So, but this has to literally hold here. Like this has to come down here for this to be valid. The euro dollar is a little bit simpler than this, but I don't think we've got time for that today, right? It's already well over the hour.
Yeah.
But
mate, that's another awesome breakdown. Thank you.
I mean, what I will do, guys, is if you're part of the Facebook group with the euro dollar, if that trade sets up and I'm in the trade, I'll record it and I'll post it for people to see. So even though we don't have time now, but if they're in the Facebook group, I'll do that. I'm not sure what you're doing to my head.
I've wanted to do that since I realized that my chin was resting on it.
That's the pre-lockdown Demi there.
Awesome. So look, just before we close up, if you've got any questions, just bang them in into the comment section, please. Comment squad, help us boost up the juice for the algorithm so we can get this out to more people. Lots of people saying thank you very much, great analysis, Mr. Deming. You know, you've set yourself a high bar now. Let's see if this one's gonna do it. But it's amazing how the way in which you do this, the confluences that you find into the level. And you know, when I did this 10, 12 years ago, it was never, ever to anything like this. Like, you've blown my mind. To be honest, I was just spread betting and trying a few little things, but nothing to this level. And since I've come back to trading and you've shown me this side of it, it's just it. I say Jedi as a joke, but it really is Jedi. This stuff is Jedi, mate, for trading. It's freaking awesome. So thank you very much for sharing it, because you don't have to, but we really appreciate it. And that everybody's
pleasure, mate.
Things seem simple, exactly. That every mastery always makes things seem simple, right? It's so true.
Completely true. That is true. I think. Oh, just one thing as well is that if this just does push up, you still have a setup, because this can easily spike up here, and then we could take the trade still. So it doesn't have to do it that way. It could just push up from here. So, and what I'll do is, as on this one as well, if it sets up even slightly different to this, and if it's still valid, I'll take the trade. Well, if I take the trade, I'll record it and share it as well.
Everybody's saying thank you for the breakdown, but I've just got to put this this in. And again, Dean, it shows your wisdom, mate. Which is great. Not going to lie, I can't wait to understand what the bloody hell went on here. Good chat, mate. Good chat, mate. You know what? This isn't a comparison competition against Andy. He's been doing it for 17 years. If you compare yourself to him, you're going to lose. Just what's the next step for you? Might be booking a strategy call to try and work out how you can start to understand this. It might be going and reading a book on it. It might just be watching this video back 50 times so that you can begin to understand it. Do what's next in front of you, Dean. Yeah, awesome comment, mate. And for everybody else as well that's feeling that, because I know it's not just going to be Dean. Yeah, that's I've just had a message come up. Cool. Yeah, that's the moral of that story, guys. Just watch it and go from there. Words of wisdom. Can you hear that message?
I think that's the best comment.
Hi.
Yeah.
I'm happy that Ali is being sociable and he's saying hi. We love comments, even if it's hi. Put it into the
absolutely
into the comment section. We love it. Really appreciate all your feedback, comment squad. We love you guys. Thank you very much for helping to boost us up on the algorithm. So yeah, have you got anything else to add to this week's show, mate?
No, it's been fun. I've enjoyed it. I mean, I guess like what would be good is for people to share what would give them the most amount of value. We're here to serve. Basically, there's no our time. We're giving up our time to be here, right? So obviously, we want to make people to feel good, but also I want people to actually take away something so that they can action it and improve their lives. That's the most important thing to me. Like if we're gonna give up our time here every, dealing with the kids, give me a break, mate, guys, to be honest with you. Thank you very much. But no, on a serious level, I want to make sure that we're using this time as, to help people, inspire people, and obviously give them some additional knowledge as to how to do this. Like it, I wish I could give them my mindset. I can't do that, but I can give them my feelings, and hopefully they'll pick up the frequency that we're trying to give them, so they can start to feel that way. If they can start to feel the way we feel, the mechanics guys, I can teach you this stuff. You can go to as high. I mean, Gavin, I'm not being funny, mate, not to be rude, but you were a beginner like 5-6 weeks ago. I know you did something 10 years ago, but really it's like you did nothing. No offense. But on a serious level, you're a beginner. But now, if you guys look at what Gavin produced the other day, last week, I said, mate, I'm proud of you. It was like amazing. And that's just because you're absolutely following everything that I'm telling you to do, and you're dedicating yourself to do it. That's it, nothing else. And if you're and you've got the same information as everyone else, that's it. Please offend him. I know, Afi, I can't. He's doing such a good job.
No, it's all good. And yeah, thank you very much for sharing all of that information. And guys, look, I'm getting access to this information, but do you know what? I'm going to rewatch this video, especially the trading breakdown, and I'm going to watch it again, and I'm going to watch it again, and I'll watch it over the weekend. And I don't know about you guys, but put your hands up, put a yes in the comments if you're going to watch this more than once, because this is what it takes. I want to get into this man's brain as much as possible, and the whole point of the show is to help you improve your trading one pip at a time. And we're going to do that. I'm going to pull out as much information out of this guy's brain with regards to Forex, not football, with regards to Forex, as much knowledge out of his brain as I can. And yeah, that's our promise to you guys. So we are going to love you and leave you. Thank you very much for joining the show again. We really appreciate it. And yeah, keep the comments flowing in. Keep all the interaction in the group. We love seeing the interaction in the group, and the tribe that we're building, guys. We're really excited to be sharing it with you. So thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, and 8 people need anger management lessons as well.
That's Did you know what? On a serious note, what we've spoken about, those 8 people should go back and start. Although some people said it is banter, which is fine. Again, if it's serious, it's fine. That's your anger, not mine. Whoever is genuinely angry. Yeah, I actually send you. If you are genuinely angry about what we spoke about, I send you a lot of love and compassion, and hopefully you can try and work that out. So yeah. Namaste, brothers and sisters. Namaste.
Namaste. Yeah. Are you going to end the show on a theme tune, or we're going to play a bit of Ciao Bella, or we're just going to say goodbye? We did actually. Yeah, we need a beginning tune and an end tune. Though we'll work on it for next week.
Well, we need a jingle. If someone can write us a jingle, I'm not sure that my talents go that far. And you heard me singing last week, so Can you hear that?
Love it. Yeah.
So, guys, we're going to bounce
The
to the
resistance.
outro of Bella Ciao. If someone wants to write us a jingle, we would love that. We're going to go,
Yeah.
guys. Have an amazing week, and we'll speak to you soon. Mi diranno che belle fior